Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's DLloyd. So the Los Angeles Lakers, they got beat again to the Atlanta Hawks last night. We know that the Lakers are on this road trip. We pretty much expected a loss coming off a back-to-back again, where a lot of Lakers played meaningless minutes the day before against Houston, and things in general have not been looking that great for the Lakers. However, our boy LeBron James, he went out there with another cryptic tweet that nobody knows about, and people are going to begin to speculate, including myself. What does it mean? Well, he tweeted out just simply an hourglass. That's it. No words with it, just an hourglass. What does that mean as we get closer to the NBA trade deadline, especially when the Lakers have been looking as bad as they have been looking lately? That's what we're going to discuss here today, man. So if you guys can do me a favor, hit that like button. Definitely going to help me out a ton. But the Lakers, really, since winning the in-season tournament, winning the NBA Cup, and hanging up the banner, have not been a very good NBA team. And it is crazy because they looked really good in the in-season tournament, and things have went left since then. I mean, they played good at home against Phoenix, then going to Vegas, they looked really good against the Pelicans, and they showed out against the Indiana Pacers. But what has happened? What has made that shift? It looks like a lot of effort is not being exerted on the defensive end, and it shows when you look at the defensive stats, really, for the Lakers, right? They're in the bottom half when it comes to effective field goal percentage allowed. They are not forcing turnovers. I believe they're 20th in the NBA in forcing turnovers. And this is the same team that when they won the championship in the bubble, they were the #1 ranked defense in the NBA. We are not seeing that now. Now, of course, I have been saying what I believe the Lakers should go after, and I've actually been saying I don't really think defense is the issue. I think they need to go after more offense. And you can say, whoa, that's counterintuitive to what you're saying, because the defensive side has been awful. And I agree. But what I meant by that is the Lakers, they prioritize defense. When you look at how they build this roster, they build this roster with defensive players in mind. It is proven. You go get a Taurean Prince, you think he's a 3-and-D type of player. I mean, everybody you're going after essentially can play defense, but they're not playing defense. So when you have lineups, you know, with straight defenders out there like Vanderbilt, Taurean Prince, and they're not giving, and Cam Reddish, and they're not giving you anything offensively, and your defense is still not doing well, maybe try to go get some offensive guys. But the main issue is there's really nobody out there the Lakers could go and get. That's why you keep hearing the same names over and over again. The Lakers could maybe try to get some smaller pieces, but I don't think nobody that moves the needle. Even going after DeJounte Murray, who, yes, is supposedly known as a defensive guy. He can score, but mainly supposedly known as a defensive guy. And the reason I say supposedly is because I think he's a little bit overrated when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. I don't even think he moves the needle enough. And that's why I say I would not necessarily go that route. I don't think he necessarily moves the needle. So now what for the Lakers? Is it time to panic? If you're a Lakers fan, or if you're in that Lakers organization, what do you do from here? Is moving on from Darvin Ham the answer? I probably would have said yes if you asked me this a few weeks ago, and maybe you go get a Doc Rivers. However, that has not happened, as Doc Rivers is now in Milwaukee. So who do you go get as coach if you're the Lakers? Who is available for you to fire right now and go get that is immediately commanding attention in that locker room, getting everybody bought in and turning things around? So at this point, you're kind of stuck. I mean, you could bring Handy in, but I don't know if he's going to translate well into a great head coach. So you're pretty much stuck with where you are. But the Lakers defensively has just been awful. There's really no other way to say it. It has been awful. Offensively, yes, they're struggling to hit shots, but a team like LA that you know they're going to try to get into the paint. Yes, they will shoot a couple of threes here and there, but they're still not really a 3-point shooting team. They're going to try to get to the paint. They're going to try to get to that free throw line. They're going to try to get those mid-range shots. But teams are scoring an average of, or making an average of 14 threes a game against them. It's going to be an uphill battle every single night, especially if you're not giving in that 100% effort on the defensive end, and effort is always hard. It's always hard to judge. Just because somebody looks like maybe they're not giving the effort, you don't really know. But the optics of it, is the effort is not fully there on the defensive end. Now, yesterday, you do have to remember there was no Anthony Davis, who is a big part of that defense, especially when it comes to protecting the rim. But overall this season, they just have not been very good. Now, the Lakers were in a very similar situation last year heading into the trade deadline. They got everything turned around after the trade deadline. Once they made the trades, they addressed what they needed to address. Can the Lakers do that again? That's going to be a very, very tough task, because Lakers went from outside the play-in to the Western Conference Finals. Is that going to happen again? Can you trust that happening twice? And that's just twice, 2 years in a row. Very, very tough. Now, I'm going to remain optimistic that I think you have to essentially keep this group. Maybe you make a minor move here or there. Maybe try to see what you could get for a Max Christie. I know that's not great, especially because his contract isn't that high. Maybe you see what you can get for D'Angelo Russell, which we know he's available, but I don't think the market is really there for D'Angelo Russell. We have heard Austin Reeves is really only available if they get a clear all-star level player in return. I just don't see that happening. You can kick the tires on Rui and see what you get for Rui. I don't think nobody's touching Vando with that contract. So you're kind of limited in what you can do, knowing the Lakers and seeing them in situations before where they have pulled a rabbit out of the hat. Maybe there's a pathway to figuring this thing out. But I will say, even though I do remain optimistic, I like the way D'Lo's been playing. If we get D'Lo and Austin Reeves playing at a high level together, I think that's great. If the Lakers maybe go back to that same lineup we've seen them in the playoffs, putting Vando back in the starting lineup, taking out some guys, I think that will be beneficial as well. I don't know if the Lakers will ever end up doing that, because the lineups for the Lakers this year have been bad. They have simply been bad. I don't see that all of a sudden changing now. I just think that's something kind of to expect with Darvin Ham and his staff currently. So is it time to panic? I don't say it's full panic mode time, but you are worried. This is time to start getting worried and start saying, wait a minute, we're running out of time. All-Star break is almost here. Trade deadline almost here. What's going to happen? What's going to happen, man? We will definitely see. But you guys let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Is it time to panic? You're a Lakers fan. Do you think they'll figure things out? Do you think the season's going to end up pretty bad? And what does LeBron James mean with the hourglass? Is he saying time is almost up on something? Is he saying maybe, the GM got to come back and make some moves? Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. As usual, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please do me a favor. Go ahead and leave this video a like. It helps me out a lot. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's DLloyd. I'm see you next time. Peace.